Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the March 2017 webinar. We had some technical difficulties, but we are up and running now. If you are not watching this live webinar, we will release it as a replay as soon as this is over. So I apologize for the issues on getting onto this webinar, but we do have some great content for you today, and we'll get this out to everyone who has registered. As you go through the webinar today, we do have a moderator, Tony Hook. He's on with us on the in the chat room. So if you have questions, feel free to ask questions there. I also did put up a poll question if you need to, or if you can answer that question, that would be awesome as well. And so want to get right into the content for today and go through this. And so, we're going to talk about how to attract up to 80 new patients per month in Canada, Australia, the Philippines, and other non-US markets. And this is just a great opportunity for anyone who is in a market outside of the United States. And we just see tremendous results for doctors in these areas. And so we're really excited to share this information with you. So the first thing, just if any of you out there don't know me personally, I'm Dr. Bill Davis. I'm the founder and CEO of Upper Cervical Marketing. We've built over 150 upper cervical specific online marketing programs for doctors in the US and in about 4 other countries as well, several different Canadian provinces. Helped our clients generate over 7,000 new patients from the internet in the past 4 years. If you're not currently connected to our podcast, we recommend you getting on the Upper Cervical Marketing podcast. You can find that through our website, or also you can find that in iTunes or any other podcast platform that's out there. So when we're looking at upper cervical practices, what I always say is referrals are awesome. They help maintain your practice, but to grow your practice, you need to market in some way, shape, or form. And so we're going to talk about marketing today. And the first thing, when you're doing any kind of marketing, is to establish your marketing budget. Find out how much you should be spending on marketing. And, a great rule of thumb from the Small Business Administration for businesses that are spending less than that are making less than $5 million in annual revenue is about 7 to 8% of your gross revenue should be spent on marketing. And we've talked about a good rule of thumb we found is anywhere from 2 to 10%. And so, so just some examples of this. If you collect $30,000 per month, you should be spending somewhere between $600 and $3,000 on marketing, depending on your goals and how aggressively you want to pursue them. So all of these rules of thumb are good places to start, but it also depends on the competitiveness of your market and your goals and how quickly you want to reach them. If you want a great tool, a resource for helping you determine how much you should be spending on marketing, I recommend our tool called the Chiropractic Marketing Calculator and Budget. Gives you the ability to find out how much you should be spending on marketing. You plug in your actual revenue there, and it'll also give you a budget there. You can keep track of your marketing as well. So what is the difference between U.S. markets and non-U.S. markets? That's the big question for today. Why are we doing this webinar about non-U.S. markets and the opportunities that are there? Well, the big thing that we've seen consistently in small, medium, and large markets in Canada, Australia, the Philippines, and other countries is that there's less online marketers. There's less advertisers in general, which means more opportunity. You're going to get a lower cost per click on Facebook ads, which means you're going to get more leads for the same amount of money. There's going to be less companies that are doing search engine optimization. There's less email-based marketing. and there's a higher percentage of social media users in many countries outside of the US as well. So for instance, one of our most successful programs has been in the Philippines, and we can see that the Philippines is the top of the list for Facebook use of people who are on the internet in that country. So that means that about 95% of the people who are using the internet in the Philippines are on Facebook. And so just a huge opportunity there to connect with people in many countries where the social media use is so abundant. So some examples of non-US markets with big opportunities for success include many different Canadian markets in Ontario and British Columbia, Manitoba, and then also many Australian markets that we found that have upper cervical doctors, such as Western Australia and Queensland and New South Wales, and then also some New Zealand markets like Auckland and North Island. And so just there's a lot of different opportunities, especially in some of these countries. So how do you reach them? You know, the big thing with reaching a group of people today is the internet is the most powerful tool for reaching them. And you can be very targeted in the types of people that you're attracting. And it's really become a necessity in anywhere in the world, but definitely in Canada and Australia, New Zealand, and so forth. And the key thing with a online marketing program is you want to make sure it's a comprehensive program, not just a website that you have in place. And that, you know, another great thing about online marketing is it's a cumulative approach. There's, you know, unlike spinal screenings or talks or anything like that, everything you do online stays online, and it continues to build and add to what you've already done. Now, when it comes to successful marketing programs of any type, but definitely online marketing programs as well, what we found is there's 3 components of a successful program. And they all are important, and they all have, you know, they interlock with the other things that are involved. And so one of them is the market. And that's one of the great things about non-US markets is the markets are so strong and so, you know, so consistently good that, you know, unlike US markets where you might have one market that's not as connected to online marketing as another. In the non-US markets, we found that it's consistently performs well everywhere you go. The strategy is also very important. You've got to have the right strategy in place. We use a comprehensive approach where our goal is to get you to be everywhere online. And that works really well in non-US markets especially, but US markets as well. And then the last one is the level of commitment. And so the more committed you are to any type of marketing program you do, the more effective it's going to be. So you can have the best market in the world and a great strategy, and you could get good results. But if you're committed to the system, if you're committed to the program that you're running, then your results are going to be that much better. And that's when you really get into these incredible results like we're going to share with you today. So I love this quote by Pat Flynn. If you want to become successful online, you must think about what you do as building a brand. In order to build a brand, you must do what you can to be everywhere. And that's really our philosophy, is helping you be everywhere online. Anywhere where someone is looking for help is where you want to be online. And so where do you want to be online? Well, you want to be everywhere where people are searching, everywhere where people are hanging out, and you want to make sure that you have a great reputation while you're there. So search engines like Google and Bing and Yahoo, social media platforms like Facebook and YouTube and Pinterest and Instagram, Google+, Twitter, and social proof is key to being everywhere online, and also with that great reputation, having those video testimonials, having those online reviews in place are crucial. Now, there are some specific things that you want to have in place in order to be successful online. one of which is a website. You want to make sure it's mobile responsive, meaning that it looks great on any device and it has blogging capabilities. You want to make sure you have a Facebook business page in place, not just a profile, a personal profile, but an actual business page where you can create image ads and posts and video ads and posts. You also want to make sure you have a YouTube channel for your business, for your practice. And there's other social networks that can be important, especially in some markets like Pinterest or Instagram, Google Plus, Twitter. Twitter it's used very heavily in Canada, for instance. And then you want to make sure that you have a claimed Google listing, a listing that is able to be edited and changed, and that you can respond to reviews and so forth is key. Now, when you're looking at your website, there's some key components that we look for and we recommend that all doctors have on their websites. And essentially that's who you are, what you do, and what to do next. And the quicker you can communicate that, the better. And so we have one of our client websites up here, and you can see that it's communicating who he is. It's got a picture of him, not a stock image or anything like that. It's communicating what he does in that he's analyzing an X-ray. It shows a connection to the patient that he's thinking about, that he's focusing on, that he's analyzing and figuring out how he can best help this patient. And then we're seeing some social proof there with a testimonial line from one of his testimonials right there. And then there's several different call to actions of what to do next, including a phone number where they can click and call, where it says call for free consultation. We can see request an appointment and so forth. Quickly communicating who you are, what you do, and what to do next. So I want to share with you one of our international clients, one of our non-US based clients, and that's Dr. Ben Kuhn, and he's up in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And you know, when Dr. Kuhn started with us, he was not getting any consistent new patients from the internet. His website was dysfunctional, was basically not working, had a blog post on there and not really any kind of who you are, what you do, or what to do next type of setup at all. And his Facebook page was completely inactive. And so, you know, as we worked with him and fixed his website and got that up and running, and then started working on a Facebook strategy, which worked fantastic in his area and continues to work fantastic. We started running some condition-specific ads and just got some tremendous social sharing on some of these ads. This is in 1 month, 533 shares, 224 shares in the other ad, and you know, just a tremendous reach of people who are excited about this information and want to share it with others, and want to tell people about what Dr. Kuhn is doing. And so, you know, in his first month, he did have 20 new patients, and he had a 20-to-1 return on investment, which obviously is tremendous. And he has continued to see that now. He's been with us for about a year, continues to see a tremendous return on investment. And I'm just going to share this short video with you from Dr. Kuhn.
So Dr. Ben Kuhn, I practice in Edmonton, Alberta. I recently engaged Upper Circle Marketing to do some online advertising with my practice. We started about 2 months ago. It's really phenomenal. Last month, I had 10 new patients that started care out of it. We had about 20 who had queried us on the information, and then 10 that converted into actual paying patients. So, I mean, just on the last month, we've got a 20-to-1 ROI on what we've done. So I've already expanded what we're doing and going all out. If it works, put my money after it.
So I love that, you know, Dr. Kuhn sharing his experience, and you know, he talks a lot about how Facebook has been a key component, and Facebook is a really effective place to connect with new patients, people that have chronic health conditions, that are sick and suffering, that need your help in markets all around the world, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. And the great thing in those areas is you have less competition and you have fewer advertisers, like I talked about, and that leads to more targeted leads and new patients for you. Along with just having a Facebook business page, you also want to have targeted ads that are specific to different campaigns that you're focusing on. And we do image-based ads with a link to a landing page, video testimonial ads, boosted posts, retargeting ads, all sorts of different ads that we can run and that we recommend running on Facebook. Facebook Live is another way that you can use Facebook very effectively to connect with new patients. This is a great way to reach more people with your healthcare class, for instance, or other community-based workshops or in-office workshops you're doing. Just set up a tripod with your iPad on it and turn on Facebook Live when you go to do your class. And everyone that's connected with your page that logs in while you're live, whether it's a 30-minute class or a 60-minute class or whatever, will see that video pop up. And when you're doing a comprehensive program where you're getting new people connected to your page all the time, it's a great way to increase that reach and get more people engaged with your class and engaged with you and learn more about what you're doing. Another example of a international client, a client of ours who is just seeing tremendous results, is Dr. Miguel and Gabriel Flores, who's in Manila, Philippines. And when he first started with us in July of 2015, he had no new patients from the internet. And last month he had 80 new patients from the internet. And so we see this tremendous increase in his practice, and it's just been really exciting. I'd love to share his story with you here.
Hi guys, Dr. Miguel Flores from Manila, Philippines, here to do a quick video testimonial for Dr. Bill Davis of the Upper Cervical Marketing System. We've been under the program for about 5 months now, and to put it quite simply, it's been a really, really exciting time for us and for the practice. Prior to getting into the program, our practice was on a steady incline. I mean, it was building. We were still getting the new patients that we wanted to see and everything else. However, since starting this program, it's just really took things to another level. We've started off with the first 2 campaigns, the migraine campaign as well as the fibromyalgia campaign, and 3 months in, I remember we were looking at the stats. It was, I believe it was a little over 38,000 visitors to the website at that point, and close to 1,500 downloads for the ebook. 5 months into this program so far, and now we have over 2,500 downloads for that ebook, as well as I believe it's close to 60,000 website visitors to date. So it's been a really, really busy time for our practice. We recently upgraded to the gold plan, where we added 2 more landing pages, or campaigns rather, the sciatica, low back pain campaign, as well as the vertigo campaign, and it's seeing some really, really good results as well. It's getting a lot of good feedback, and we've only been running it for about 3 weeks now, I believe. Last month we wrapped up collections as really the highest collections that we've had since we've been in practice, and so it's been a really, really exciting ride, an exciting time for us. We've also been receiving all these calls, all these emails from all sorts of people that need what it is that we can offer as upper cervical chiropractors, that we had to hire another staff to process that information, process the calls, process the emails, get them on the books. And so right now we're sitting on, I believe, a 2 or 3 week waiting list, to get into the clinic. And again, it's a very, very good problem to have at this point. The one thing I really like about the system is that, unlike the normal marketing campaigns where you have to go out for a spinal screening, go out for a dinner talk, which we still do, and again they're really, really helpful and effective. But with this system, you don't necessarily have to be there. I mean, this thing is running around the clock, 24 hours a day, working for you. On a Sunday, I'm spending quality time with my family, and I'm getting these notifications on my cell phone saying that someone downloaded another ebook. There was a message and directions to the clinic. They want our phone number, and so everything is still working around the clock, even if you're, just doing what you're doing. Whether it's family time, whether you're adjusting a patient, this thing is still going on a constant, consistent basis. And so that's the one thing I really, really love about this program. For international clients as well, as you can see, I'm from the Philippines. It's been really, really, really huge here. It doesn't only work in North America. Obviously, it works anywhere in the world. You just need to go ahead and take action, implement what Dr. Bill has in place, and you will see some really, really good results. So again, thank you for watching this. Dr. Bill, thank you for your time. We look forward to the next couple months to see how many more people we can reach in this community. Thank you again.
So that was awesome. I love that video. He says so many great things about how it was working for him, or how it continues to work for him. That was about 5 minutes into his engagement with us, and like I said, he's been with us since July 2015, so we're going on 18 months or something. And last month in February, had 80 new patients from the program, and so it's just continued to grow and develop. I just pulled these numbers off of a week ago or so, and he's had over 12,000 people download his 4 different ebooks now. And as you can see, both him and Dr. Kuhn talked about how they've upgraded, and that's typically what we recommend for international clients, is to start on our lowest plan, and then you can upgrade from there. And most doctors will upgrade because they see tremendous value in what we're doing. Now, the other great benefit of growing an email list, which is one of the things that we do, is you can integrate your different marketing approaches with your online marketing. So for instance, Dr. Flores, they do some community dinners that have just really exploded since he's been running the online marketing programs, because every time they do a dinner, what we do is we invite all of these people, these 12,000 people, to the dinner. And so he gets consistently 80 to 100 people at his dinners now. And also, if he's ever running a promotion, like we can see this other email that we sent out on his behalf, if he runs a promotion or any type of a special that in office new patient special, he doesn't just promote that to his patients, but he also can promote that to everyone on this list as well. So it just gives you so much more reach for the things that you are already doing, or the things you may do going forward, when you already have that email list in place that you're constantly keeping top of mind of. Our emails, we send out 2 emails a week for our doctors, so they're constantly getting that value and keeping top of mind for the people on the list. And so in addition to what we're doing with Facebook for him, and we're also seeing some tremendous things happening on YouTube. And you can see these are some of the videos that some of the video testimonials and other videos we've created for him. And as I talked about, market strategy and commitment are all key. He and his brother, they've completely committed to this program. And they get us video testimonials, and we get them optimized and out there for them. And you can see some of these video views, 23,000 views on a couple of these different videos, 7,000, 9,000, 4,000, so forth. You got tons and tons of reach on these different videos. And so he's got the combination of a fantastic market, a strategy that's working extremely well, and a commitment from the doctor to the system. And that is why he is our most successful client. And so what are some of the results of Dr. Flores' program, along with all the new patients that we've talked about? You've seen 30 to 80 new patients per month since July of 2015. He also had the opportunity to be on CNN in the Philippines as a migraine expert. They found out about his migraine program, migraine campaign, through his migraine ebook that we created for him. So many people were talking about it online that CNN got wind of it, invited him on, and he got to appear on there as a migraine expert. You can see the video here. And he's had that consistent 3 to 4 week waiting list. record collections month after month. And he's actually opening a second clinic now in the Philippines in just May of this year. So it's an exciting time. Really just been blessed to see him grow and help more and more people in his community, being able to bring on his brother and for them to even grow even more. It's just been exciting. So along with, YouTube, or I mentioned YouTube, video testimonials are fantastic on YouTube. We also recommend whiteboard videos, which is a great way to communicate upper cervical effectively. Doctor videos, content videos. These are all different types of videos that we recommend. A doctor video is any kind of video where the doctor is talking, whether it's talking with a patient or talking about a particular condition or a question they get frequently. And then content videos are like video blog posts that you can create and get online and again get that message across. Along with YouTube, other social networks that are really helpful for connecting with more people, things like Twitter and Google+, Instagram, Pinterest. Depending on the market and the country, these may be more or less effective. It just kind of depends on the country and the strategy that you're rolling out. But some of these can be very effective. And the goal is wherever people are online in the country that you're practicing in, you want all roads to lead to your office, right? Wherever they are online, connect with them, present to them upper cervical as a unique solution, and then bring them into your office. So how do you do that? How do you build a system to be everywhere online? Well, you've got two basic options. One is you could do it yourself. It does take a lot of time. It takes a lot of know-how and a lot of energy. And so some brand new doctors who may have more time than money, it might be a good investment for them if they have some know-how or if they're able to research it. But it does take many hundreds of hours to really get this down. The other option is to have someone do it for you. And that's all we do is we build these systems, build these programs for upper cervical doctors. And our goal is really to be that bridge between you and those sick and suffering people in your community. And so if you're interested in learning more about that, I'm going to talk about what our system is all about. I'm going to talk about our small market program, which is a silver plan, which is what we generally recommend for doctors in international markets in Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and so forth. And our program is comprehensive. It includes everything basically you need in order to be everywhere online, including Facebook ad marketing with images and video ads, a review generator that's going to help you generate Google reviews, Facebook reviews. Some areas like Australia, unfortunately, you can't have online reviews, and so but there are other strategies and things you can do in those areas to create social proof. Creating video content, and we have our upper cervical awareness community, which is a community-based website that's been tremendous, and we're getting more and more activity on that every day. It's a place where we have a directory of only our clients, and people can find it from all over the world. We create blog content for you both on your website and on our upper cervical awareness site as a guest blog post that you're the guest blogger on that. All the social media content done for you on a daily basis, and Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest, Instagram, Google+, landing pages. We create all the landing pages for you. We integrate call to actions into your website so people can get those ebooks and other offers that we're giving. We create the actual ebooks for you, custom design them for you and your practice with your color scheme and your logos and so forth. And then have all the email follow-up campaigns. So if someone downloads an ebook, that's not the end of the situation. They also have those follow-up emails that continue to educate them and work on converting them to a consult and get you more phone calls. Along with that, there's a bunch more that's included with our system, including optimizing your video testimonials and editing your website if you're not communicating who you are, what you do, what to do next effectively, email newsletters, search engine optimization, and so forth. And, one of the big things that we do is we do an online marketing review call with you on a monthly basis. And this is a call where 15 to 20 minutes we spend with you reviewing your program and your statistics for that month, and then talking with you about how it's going. Our goal is to get you the most possible new patients possible. And so, we want to know how that's going, and how many phone calls you're getting, and what the conversion's like on those patients. And then we want to know, if there's any changes we need to make, if we need to tweak this or tweak that, or, because online marketing is something that needs to be constantly watched and changed in order to get the best possible results going forward. And so, as I mentioned, there's three aspects of success when it comes to online marketing, or any marketing program for that matter: a commitment to it, a strategy that works, and a market that is receptive to that strategy. And so the first step that we have, if you're interested in possibly working with us, is to analyze your market. Analyze your market, determine how effective it appears to be based on other markets we've ran programs in, and then really lay out that strategy, lay out that blueprint of how we would use the current assets you have in place and overcome some of the challenges you have in place with your website and what you already have online to get you the best possible results. And so up on the screen right now, there's the opportunity for you to get this market analysis and blueprint. We do charge a $100 real person refundable deposit that if you don't get value from the call and you want that back, we'll send that back to you. But I don't think we hardly ever have those refunds go back. But if you decide you want to work with us, you can apply that $100 to your first month of our online marketing services. The only thing we ask is that you are the owner of the upper cervical practice. If there's multiple owners or other people that may be involved in the call, we ask that they're on the call with you as well when we do that analysis and blueprint. And that's it. So thank you so much for listening today. I apologize for the technical difficulties once again, and hopefully you've had an opportunity to either watch this live or watch the replay. And feel free to reach out to us. Tony Hook is our relationship development manager. He'd love to talk with you and find out more about your practice and how we might be able to help you be everywhere online. So to schedule that market analysis and blueprint with our team, just click on the offer on the screen. Thank you again so much for being an upper cervical doctor and helping so many people. And we'd love to help you help more, because as I always say, it's time to take upper cervical to the world.